We want to try something different in this unit. We're using all large scale materials from large paneling to really intricate woodwork that looks like it's a panel to large format tiles. So we're basically making the unit a lot more maintenance friendly, and we're hoping that this actually will take us a lot less time getting Unit 4 ready by using these oversized materials. Using these large format tiles sure does get rid of grout lines. So we're putting these large format tiles here in the bathroom, double sinks. This is going to be a one big sheet of a plastic material to make it look like it's all one piece. Then we're going to put a trim around here and put the two sinks in. Yeah, scoring this with a knife doesn't work. It is extremely thick. So using a diamond tip grinder is the absolute easiest way. You just make 2 or 3 passes and it'll just snap off. Gluing and cutting up these plastic sheets is just as easy as any type of woodworking. It goes on quite easy. They're quite easy to manipulate and cut. So consider them a good option to cover up large surfaces with very little effort. We always prime our drywall underneath and bring it to a nice finished state. We do tape all the seams so that there's no separation, and priming the wall protects the wall from mold or anything else that could get behind it. We use these glues that dry very quickly and make quick work of sticking these sheets to the plywood. It's so nice to see areas covered up so quickly with these massive sheets. There's 2 massive mirrors going in front of these sinks, which is going to cover a lot of real estate as well. Yeah, so I've never done this before. I've used these massive tiles, massive piece of planking for the floors. And what it does is this whole area has 1 seam, 2 seams, 3 seams. So what it does is it really cuts down on the cleaning, the maintenance of this, and it's a lot less work grouting. If this was mosaic, for example, there would be like 40% of this would be grout, and this is like a really shiny, well polished surface that is very easy to maintain for the cleaning staff or for whoever does it. So really consider these dimensional materials that are a lot bigger now. We're using the flooring, we're using these big tiles, and we're getting rid of a lot of grout lines, which is helpful in the maintenance of the tables. Yeah, we did the same thing in the kitchen as well. We started even in the first set of renovations or building, we use these large format tiles for the kitchen, for shelving, for many things. Typically these are between $20 and $25, these large sheets of porcelain. And what it does is it finishes off an area very quickly. You set this into this metal structure, and this area has basically 2 tiles, 1 grout line, a lot easier to maintain, and it's a lot faster in terms of how you get your project done, because you're getting these massive pieces of ceramic in place, and it completes the project very quickly. We finished off certain areas with this wood grain paneling, which covered up a lot of real estate as well. We bought this huge laminate flooring. It is exactly 8 feet by 1 foot. That's a 1/4 sheet of plywood. It's called Canadian flooring, made in China for Ecuador. It installs really well. It locks together really well. In metric, it's 244 by 30. The joints work really well, but you do have to pay attention to what you're doing because the joint is so long. It goes down nicely. It goes down fast because the coverage is so insane. And it is supposedly the best quality possible, AC5, which has really good wear resistance.
It installs really nicely, but you still need to tap it to lock it in. So you basically have your cutoffs as your knocking boards. The blade has a hard time cutting this material because the surface is so tough, which is good news. And it's at $18 a square meter, which is pretty reasonable, especially for the quality. Great price and a great product as well. The photographic wood patterns on these laminate floorings are very exceptional. All their colors are really realistic looking. And thank God we have a chop saw that we can lock the angle in. And even better, we have a chop saw that slides, so the 30 centimeters or the 12 inches isn't a problem for this sliding chop saw, which is really good. And as you can see here, it is pretty tough cutting, and it cuts very cleanly if you have a nice blade on it. So as you can see, the joints are very nicely tightly put together, and the back is super smooth, so that's why we like to have the under padding under this. And here they're going to tap it into place. So you basically angle it up, squish it in, and like any other laminate flooring. And then what you do, just to make sure it's going all the way in, you just give it a nice little tap with your cutoffs. And you can see exactly when it's in perfectly. It just snaps together really well. It's surprising that this huge flooring actually goes together because the joints are so incredibly long, but it works really well, and highly recommendable product. And we're measuring both sides here to make the cuts.
Enfócale un poquito más. Detrás a las bolas. Dos líneas. Más que le manden. Déjale más para la derecha. Ya. Para que no quede tan socado. Ya. Ahí va a darle aquí. Aquí. Ahí va a poner aquí.